All right, guys, we have the 2020 Hyundai Santa Fe 2.0T Limited front-wheel drive, and I'm going to make this live video kind of short for a couple of reasons. One, completely forgot all my gear. I am on a mini vacation for my 30th birthday down here in San Clemente, and I didn't even think for a second, oh yeah, you should bring your stuff to shoot the video. But that just goes with the theme of these live videos. Something goes wrong in almost every one, so why would I bring my video content? So Christina is just hand holding the camera. It's gonna be shakier. The audio isn't gonna be as good quality. So we'll make it kind of short. I have a few questions that were submitted from folks, the Instagram and YouTube community. Again, if you wanna get your questions in early, get those answered first. Then you can follow me on Instagram at MilesPerHr, or go to the YouTube community page where I will post the question early. Other announcements, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I've got daily video content for you, the walkarounds, the POV drives, the reviews. You don't want to miss any of that. And hit the bell to get the notifications. If you want to support the channel, I've got a Patreon account. That's it. Let's talk about the Santa Fe 2.0T. Christina, what is my first question?
I'm curious how the headlights perform at night since they're lower than traditional ones, from Dave and Blake.
Both Dave and Blake asked this question. I think it's a great question. So the headlights are down here, unlike most cars where they're up here. Let me actually turn them on so you can see. You gotta drop it low, Christina.
Okay.
So we can see. There we go. So,
Kind
are they
of.
on?
You can't really see in the
accessory.
day.
I have to turn the car. Annoying. The accessory would be enough. Are they on now?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, the headlights are down here, unlike being up here like more normal cars. Up here gives you the advantage of looking down towards the road, whereas here you're almost at road level. So the question they asked was whether the headlights make it easy for you to see at night. The AC is going to start going in a second, so I'm really going to have to speak up here. Whether you can see them at night, can you see the road easily at night with them being so low? The answer is yes. I tried it out last night. I had only had this car for 2 days and had been driven during the day, so I really wanted to make sure that I could answer the question accurately. Tried it out at night, and here's what I noticed. When you're going up a steeper grade, the lights will self-level and they will come up so you can see well ahead of you on the road. When you're kind of on a flat surface, yeah, go ahead and pan around the car. When you're on a flat surface, then they are projecting ahead, and it's kind of like a cutoff right at, oh, I don't know, like where the midpoint of most cars would be. So it's kind of right here. You can still see all of the road ahead, but the headlights self-leveling should give you the visibility that you need in certain circumstances. However, it's not that same experience that you get from a normal car where you just have this wide light band and it's up higher. So it is a notable difference. The self-leveling should mean that in circumstances where you really need to see what's going on ahead of you, then they're going to level and you will be able to see that. But it is an odd thing to see at night, just to see this belt line of light down below, like here, when you want to kind of see more of the cars ahead in front of you. I can imagine it's a benefit for other drivers when they're coming in the opposite direction. They're not going to get blinded by light because the headlights are so low. But for you, it might shake up your confidence a little bit. However, you just kind of get used to it. So, great question. Headlights are definitely low, but you could still see. I didn't have any problems with visibility. It's just a getting used to kind of thing. What's our next question, Christina?
A little off topic, but do you plan to start doing vlogs like Stradman from Car Mod?
Yeah. Do I plan on starting vlogs? The quick answer is no. No, I am not trying to be a YouTube personality, YouTube celebrity. That's not my thing. That's not what I wanted this channel to be. I want this channel to be educational. I still want to have fun with it. That's why I do the reviews, and that's why I bring my perspective as an automotive journalist with over a decade of experience. That's what I want this channel to be. I am not going to start vlogging and running up on, I don't know what Stradman does, but supercars, like all these supercars, that's not really going to be my thing. I'm not going to be a YouTube celebrity. However, I am going to introduce, because some people want to see what's kind of behind the scenes of this, I am going to introduce, and I have a tier for it right now on my Patreon account, a monthly vlog. I will do a monthly vlog that talks about, how do I shoot these videos? How do I get the cars? I'll give you that behind the scenes perspective in a monthly vlog, but I'm not going to start daily vlogging stuff. That's just not my vision for the channel. Hope that's okay. But I'll still give you plenty of personality when I do these videos. You'll have the live Q&As and you'll have the reviews for that. And maybe some other stuff coming down the road.
Okay. How do you feel about the styling from Blake?
Styling, I actually like how the new Santa Fe looks. I'm a big fan. Because of the styling, I think it actually looks bigger than some of its closest rivals, like the RAV4 and the CR-V. It has the look of a larger vehicle, and the cargo capacity is, on the higher end of the segment, so it's not small, but I like the design. I like the little creases that they do. I like the accenting of the wheel arches that they throw there. This side piece, this on the limited trims, you get this dark chrome finish, which I think looks better than bright chrome. Still the bright chrome on the window surrounds, which is kind of odd that they did some dark chrome, some bright chrome. I would have just had that uniform. But I like the lines. This is a silver car, which actually makes it very easy to see the creases on the vehicle. So you've got this character line that runs from the headlights all the way back to the tail lights. That's a good look. At the front, the headlights poking out of what would normally be like an air vent. I actually think that's a creative use of space. So you want to break up the bodywork here, and many automakers do that with like fake vents on cars that aren't going to actually use ventilation. This one, they're like, well, hey, we could put our headlights there, and therefore kind of keep these really narrow for the LED daytime running lights, and it looks cool. And apart from the point that we've addressed earlier with the headlight visibility, which I think is fine, it's just going to take some getting used to. I think they've been creative with the design language. I like the Hyundai grille with the pieces pointing out. I like that, unlike the Sonata, where it looks like it was squished by a heavy-set gentleman, this one doesn't look like that. It looks more upright, like an SUV should. Christina liked that joke.
Okay. Real world MPG. Some say they're being generous with the EPA estimates from I'm the Hector 94.
Yeah, it's a great question. Real world MPG. The car, I don't know how loud the car is, but I'm gonna stay close in this video and make sure that I can speak loud because we don't have any audio help. So the combined MPG for this model here, the front wheel drive 2.0 turbo limited, is 22 MPG as stated by the EPA. I've been seeing just over 20. And that is with a mix of highway and city driving. So it should really be 22, but I'm seeing 20. So maybe they are being a bit generous with those estimates. It's not like absurdly off. It's not 19 miles per gallon or 18 miles per gallon, but 20 is just okay. I would prefer if it was closer to that 22. It's like 20.5, so it's off by 1.5 miles.
Okay. How reliable is it? From Mazda 738731.
Yeah, good question. Hyundai has one of the best warranties in the business. It's no longer the 10-year, 100,000 new car warranty that they had for a little while there. As they were trying to build up the brand, they wanted people to take a chance, if you will, on Hyundai.
Take a chance on me.
Okay, thank you, Christina, for that little interlude. It is 5 years, 60,000 miles, so still one of the better warranties in this segment. And more than that, Hyundai vehicles and Kia vehicles, their sister company, have proven over the past decade or so to be very reliable cars. So while Toyota and Honda really just have that, Japanese reliability going for them, I haven't not seen any negative consumer feedback in terms of the reliability for these cars. So I think having the 5-year, 60,000 new car warranty, plus the proven reliability that these cars have had, I don't think you should have any concerns buying a new one of these cars. And this is anecdotal, coming from a friend who just went into a dealership to try to buy one of these. He ended up not buying it just for financial reasons, but he was able to negotiate with the dealer to a 10-year, 100,000 new car warranty. So that should still be on the table for most dealerships. It may not be advertised by Hyundai, but you can probably negotiate that. And then 10 years, 100,000 miles of worry-free maintenance, that's pretty solid. worry-free reliability.
Okay, now getting into YouTube.
Okay, we're
Thanks
just
so
gonna be
much to
brief
everyone who's joining.
Yes, thank you.
How much does it cost for rent? I'm guessing to lease, and we are not sure.
Not sure. I'm not sure what their updated kind of lease terms are.
Just
Probably,
go to
you know, like
dealership.
3-year, 36,000 mile leases, maybe 4, you know, probably 3 or 36,000. I don't know. I know this vehicle right here is just a hair over $37,800. So, you know, you do the math on that. I'm pretty sure you could probably get it for in the low to mid 400s per month.
Okay, from Shrav Does Stuff. Sup.
Sup?
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
From Russell Jean. Can it hold itself inside the lines?
I imagine you mean handling. Will it, you know, handle a road in the lines?
No, I'm thinking it's why can't I think of the word? When you're not touching the wheel?
Oh, good call. Yeah, that's probably what they mean. The adaptive
lane
keeping assist
Yeah,
and
there you
adaptive
go.
cruise control. So funny you asked that, because I was just testing this with the POV drive that will come out at some point soon, so you'll be able to see it for yourself. But I found that it was pretty good with very light curves of the road. Anything more aggressive than a very gentle curve, it's not holding its own. It really wants to go over the lane markings. So I would not trust it with my hands off, not paying attention. First off, you can't have your hands off for very long at all. And you should always be paying attention while you're driving the car. But I would not trust it for very long with my hands not on the wheel and not being vigilant, because it definitely will go over the lane markings with more than a very gentle curve to the road. But good interpretation, Christina. Great question.
Sorry, lane keeping assist. Russell Sean.
Russell Sean, thank you.
Okay, from Prathamesh Postcar.
What's up, man?
Being the most premium SUV Hyundai offers, is it up to the mark?
To correct you, this is not actually their most premium vehicle. I would say the Palisade, one above, is their most premium vehicle. You may mean the most premium trim of the Santa Fe. That would be very much accurate. The Limited is the most premium trim, and I find that the interior doesn't have anything that it's not lacking of anything. It has leather seats, which sometimes you can't even get on certain models. You can't get leather in the RAV4, for example, but it has leather seats. It has ventilation for the front seats and heating. The leather seats are comfortable. The leather quality is pretty good. There's some soft touch materials with fake stitching and some cheaper plastics to be found. Like that's cheap plastic, but you know, that's soft. This is a cool design for the speaker covers, Infinity sound system. It's got a pretty large infotainment. I think that's an 8-inch infotainment. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It has a head-up display, which is pretty neat. And then it has a good-sized digital gauge cluster here with some animations as you go through the different drive modes. I can show you some of those. So let's go Sport, Smart, Comfort. So it has those 3 drive modes, and it changes some stuff up. So yeah, I wouldn't say that it's lacking in anything. It has a wireless smartphone charger there. I already said heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, dual zone climate control. So yeah, for $37,800 that this car costs, I think it has a good number of features. The panoramic sunroof is always awesome. It's a great feature.
What about that fabric?
Oh yeah, there's like a heather fabric on this headliner. Great point, Christina. That I really think is neat, because most of these headliners are just like whatever, flat color. This has a heather design to it, and I like that for sure. Space in the rear is pretty good. Let me hop back here. Oh, gotta unlock the car. It does love to lock the door.
Sorry about the filming, guys.
Yeah, sorry. We're doing our best. We don't have the equipment with us. It does have sunshades back here for the rear seats too. That's luxury. We've got a couple more. So the charging ports are ample. You won't be able to see, Christina, but there's a USB port. We've got a 115 volt AC charger, another USB port. Up there we've got USB-C and USB. Nope, I was wrong about the USB-C. We have USB, another USB, auxiliary, and wireless smartphone charging. So You will not be having to fight over charging ports in this car. What other questions do we have?
Let me get to them. La la la. A bit of a BMW look from Abhiram.
Interesting.
And Tim Robinson, do you think the Santa Fe offers enough to persuade people away from a Palisade?
That's a good question. I mean, if they need the third row, then no, that's just not going to be a negotiable for them. If you need the third row, you're going to have to go with the Palisade. If you don't need the third row, I think the cargo capacity is good in this. I cannot remember it off the top of my head, but we can go look at the trunk. Ow. Hit my head. Cargo capacity is very good. You know, you can easily fit a bottle of laundry detergent in here, just one. But it doesn't have like a false floor or anything. It does have, this was like really pull up for some reason. It's got some storage, so here's a storage tray, and then this is also storage through here.
That's cool.
See that?
Yeah.
And they're all separated and all that. So yeah, it's got plenty of storage space. You fold the seats down. I don't know the actual figure, but it has a good number of cubic feet of storage. So I think that if you didn't need the third row, yeah, you could be persuaded to go with this. It has all the features.
Okay, does it have enough power from Kyle Stammers?
That's a good question. It makes 235 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, but in the real world performance, it felt like it was a little sluggish. I wanted more out of it. When you're at speed, it has no problem building more speed, but from a dig, it's like, I don't want to do it. It's 8-speed automatic, so it's not a CVT, and that's like a heinous transmission in most cars, but it didn't feel like 235 horsepower in my perspective. It's a 4,000 pound car, which is not super light, but it's not super heavy. 235 horsepower should be enough. It's a power tailgate, my mistake. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily feel like 235 horsepower.
Okay.
Okay.
From Prathamesh Pawaskar. Bro, you should watch a bit of Shmi 150. Your journalism style and his YouTube entertainment style may inspire you and will help the channel grow. Just a suggestion.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's a thought. I've seen Shmi's stuff. I know he pretty much exclusively covers supercars, and this one's $37,000. So you know, I don't exclusively cover supercars. I do have some supercar content, and I've trended towards the more premium end of the segment as of late. But yeah, no, he's good YouTube personality. He's not so you know, in your face YouTube celebrity, which I do like. That's not my style. But yeah, interesting comparison, Prathamesh. I have checked out his stuff.
Okay. And don't know what some of these are. Okay. What is the engine horsepower? Oh, you already talked about that.
235 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds.
That's what I wanted.
That's what you wanted.
That's what I wanted. Thank you. I was getting to that. That's what you got. Okay. Which do you like, Korean car or Japanese car? From Yuri.
Korean car or Japanese car? So I like them both. What I can't say I like one more than the other, because I've been very impressed by Hyundais and Kias lately, Korean cars, and there's still a lot to love about certain Toyota vehicles, certain Infiniti models, Nissan models, Hondas. So many Japanese automakers out there that all make great stuff. So I can't say I like one or the other more, but I like them both. Can I cop out? Can I say that? I like them both. By the way, fun fact, this is actually the parking lot where they have the San Clemente OC, South OC Cars and Coffee every Saturday. So we're here.
Okay.
It's quite a car show. Look around.
Oh, there's
Whoa,
nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna wrap things up there. I know I'm really sorry about, again, the camera shakiness and the lack of good audio. We also have
thanks Prathamesh for the donation.
Oh,
he says
you.
Keep growing.
Oh, thank you, Prathamesh. I appreciate it.
And then also, how does it stack up with its competition, or with the competition?
Yeah, so there's the RAV4, there's the CR-V, there's so many vehicles in this segment. Nissan Rogue, Ford Escape. There's so many cars in this compact SUV segment. I think the Santa Fe holds its own really very well. The limited trim that we have here is, as we showed you, plenty of features. One of the few cars in the segment that you can get leather seating, and some people really just want leather. They don't want that fake leather stuff. So I think it holds its own very well. I like the styling. As I said, the power doesn't necessarily feel like as much as it is, but it doesn't feel underpowered for the segment. The segment, they're all kind of in that horsepower range. I don't know. I think it holds its own just fine. I wouldn't necessarily say it's at a disadvantage to something like the RAV4 or Honda CR-V.
Okay, last thing. This isn't a compliment. This type of live product Q&A is good. Best idea. No other YouTube does this. Thank you.
Sweet. No, thank you. I'm glad. I wanted it to be helpful. I wanted you to be able to ask questions and get live answers. And hopefully I don't get in the way of that.
Oh, and everyone's being so positive. Yay, it's because it's almost your birthday. Everyone give him some love. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
Everyone's saying that, yeah, you're going to make it to 100K soon.
Sweet.
And
everyone
awesome. Supports you.
Oh, and just probably a decent time to mention this. I should have probably mentioned at the beginning. I'm going to be going on a vacation, very much needed vacation. Pardon me. Got something right
Get
now.
it out.
I'm just crying. I just can't handle it. Vacation. You guys just I'm going to be going on a vacation starting July 15th, and I will be back at the beginning of August. So for those 2 weeks, do not worry. I will have content for you. We've got the Nissan GTR Nismo POV up right now. We're going to have more GTR content over the next few days, including a review. And then we've got some fun stuff. I'll have the GT from the Mustang, Shelby GT500. That's going to be up for POV and a walk around. I didn't have it long enough to do a review, but I will have those videos up. What else do we have? We have the Polestar 1. We've got Kia Stinger GTS. There's going to be some great video content for you while I'm gone. So look forward to that. I just won't be here. I will be answering some of your comments remotely, but yeah, I won't be here. I don't know why I needed to say that.
I don't know why, yeah.
Just no interruption to the content is going to happen while I'm on vacation, but I need a vacation, guys.
I don't think, yeah. I don't think.
Not from you. I don't need a vacation from you. You're all the best.
Oh, or me.
No, Christina, you're coming. We are vacationing together.
Okay, everyone is saying happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
And Ayan Khan was trying to do super chat, but in certain countries they can't do it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
That sucks.
But thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Happy
Really
birthday
appreciate
to
it.
this man right here.
Oh, thanks, Christina. You're the best. Seriously. And yes, so we will see you guys. The one thing I wanted to say, while I'm on vacation, I will not be getting press cards. That's what I wanted to say. So I won't be able to do the live Q&As with new models every week. I will probably do live Q&As. Would you be interested in this? Comment your thoughts. A live Q&A with my Land Cruiser while we're on the road. So I can do that on the weekends that I typically do the live Q&As, but I won't have like a new Hyundai or a new supercar or whatever.
You could do gear.
Yeah, I could show the gear that I'm reviewing while we're on our trip, and I will talk about the Land Cruiser. You can ask me any questions you want to know about our trip, or about why the sky is blue.
People like your idea.
Yeah, so if you like that, great. I will do those starting next week.
Wow.
Until then, we will see you guys later.
Everyone, thanks so
have
much.
a wonderful weekend. You guys are the best.
Awesome. Bye.